Support for Radio Friends comes from OsteoStrong. Improvements in bone density, strength, and power can be achieved by weekly 5-minute no-sweat sessions on their 4-spectrum machines. These isometric robotic machines safely emulate high-impact loading on different parts of the skeletal system, which stimulates activity in bone-building cells. Balance and agility can be improved by 2-minute sessions on vibration plates. Every session is supervised by a trained coach. Learn more on Facebook or call to set up a complimentary wellness assessment and session. Good morning. Welcome to Radio Friends on this Thursday, July the 21st. My friend Dayna Glanz is with us from OsteoStrong. Good to have you here,
Hey,
Dayna.
thanks. Thank you.
We were talking before we went on. I asked you, I said, how many people have osteoporosis? And what you said was that 25% of women have not necessarily osteoporosis, but low bone density.
So-called osteopenia.
Okay, so what's the difference?
The difference is that osteopenia, it's measured in standard deviations, and osteopenia is one standard deviation below normal. Okay, so a normal is considered a 30-year-old at 0. So at -1 standard deviation, that's osteopenia or low bone density.
One way to build bone density is to put pressure on the bones, like gymnasts do.
Right.
When they're jumping off of what is it?
Off the vault.
Yeah, and you land. It puts pressure on the bone, and it builds density. Now you've got, I think they're the Spectrum machines.
Yes.
That does basically the same thing. How does that work?
And it does the same thing safely. We're not having to jump off of something.
How does it work?
It works like this. When you push, you're increasing what's called osteogenic loading. So it's high impact loading in a very safe position on these machines. So you're pushing on a platform, for instance, on a leg press. You're pushing on a platform that does not move. You're applying the pressure, and so it's measured in multiples of your body weight. So if you reach a certain multiple of your body weight, it triggers the osteoblast cells, which are the bone-building cells. And each time that you reach that trigger to make them start building again, each week that you go in and you hit the trigger, it's compounding on the week before. And you only do it once a week, and it takes about 10 minutes, actually 5 minutes.
So how is this affecting the mental, the physical, and emotional health and wellness of people?
I have the opportunity to see people on a weekly basis. And the biggest thing I see is their confidence level increases, because now they're starting to feel more balanced. When you build bone, you increase your balance. But also they're starting to participate in things that they've given up because they were so afraid that they were going to fall and fracture. But they're getting stronger, and when you get stronger, you have better balance and you're able to go up and down stairs. They're participating in sports that they didn't participate in. Their participation in sports has increased and their performance has gotten better.
And then when you're participating in that sport, you're also building your bone density because you're putting pressure on the bones.
Right. Now with walking or that kind of pressure, you really need high impact load in order to wake these osteoblasts up so that they will build bone.
Okay. If you want more information about this, the best thing to do is you can give them a call, and your number is
573-554-5881, and they can also Google OsteoStrong.
Okay. Thank you, Dayna, so
You're
much
so
for coming
welcome.
by. And
Pleasure.
you're a retired practical nurse?
Nurse practitioner.
Nurse practitioner.
In gerontology and family.
In gerontology and family. Got it. Okay, I feel safe hands there. Sitting right next to me. All right. Thank you, Dayna. Okay, now we're going to talk about a church that's 200 years old. I've got my friend Tim Reinbott with us. Good to have you here, Tim.
Good to see you, Paul.
Yeah, the Red Top Christian Church. You've got a big celebration going on this year.
We do. October 2nd is our 200th birthday, and we're going to have a big celebration that day, but we've been celebrating all year on this.
You brought along some pictures, and for folks listening on the radio, we'll describe. The first one that you have, this was taken how many years ago?
In 1897.
Yeah, and they're all dressed up with that heavy clothes on in the middle of summer. Mm-hmm. You just wouldn't see that anymore.
No, but look, they got their hats on, and they're all dressed in white.
And this was at the church, at the location of the church?
It was.
Okay. Then you brought another picture along, and this is the Red Top Christian Church now.
Right, because we thought that was such a neat event that we wanted to repeat it. So we did this a few weeks ago. That's us before we started eating.
Right. And then you at your big picnic, you had all kinds of food, didn't you?
Oh, we did. There's a
fried chicken.
Part of the spread, yes.
Was this open to anybody or just the congregation?
No, we opened up to everybody. And same way on October 2nd, it's going to be open to everyone to come out and enjoy the good food, because that's what we're famous for, is our food.
Yeah.
And, of course, the next slide shows our best stuff.
To the desserts.
The desserts, that's right.
Look at that dessert table. I mean, it's got every kind of country dessert that you can imagine.
It does. And I even got off my diet for one day.
Okay.
And went on that. Can I read a few lines to you?
Sure.
This is what they wrote in the 1890s about this basket dinner. There was chicken in the grass. That's fried chicken.
Yeah.
Eggs on the half shell. Deviled eggs. We had to have those. Sliced ham and beef, pickle in the jar, pie and stacks a foot deep. Angel food that would tempt the celestial harpers. Cake in every style and variety, and the variety was as great as the cake was delicious. For good cake making and choice of cooking, the farmer's wife has no equal, and she can prepare more tempting dishes than the best French cook on earth.
Okay.
And we can still do that.
And that was in 1897.
Yes.
1897. Think about that. They had all that wonderful food, and it recorded in the history book there.
It is.
So what? You guys are so excited about this.
We are, because we've been serving our community for so long that we were the magnet. You know, our little church could sit 400 people. Back in those days, a little bit bigger now. We can't quite get all that many people in there, but this was where everybody went. You know, when times were rough back in the 1800s, the early part of the last century, this was where people came to relax.
Yeah.
And to have fellowship and to visit one another. And this was such a special time.
It was a spot of renewal.
It was, yes.
It was a spot of renewal. And you're trying to capture that today.
We are, in our busy 21st century lives.
Yeah, that is true. If everybody is invited to attend, you will have celebration going on all this year, but on October the 2nd
is our big day. That's our birthday.
Okay, and if people want more information, where do they go?
The best place is our Facebook page.
Okay.
And we got those on on your screen, I think, later on. But,
okay, facebook.com/redtop.cc.
That's correct.
We're out of time,
all
Tim.
right.
Come back again, okay?
Thank you.